Hey everyone, today we're talking about one of those problems that sneaks up on you until it doesn't. You finally set up your surround sound, your speakers sound amazing, your movies feel immersive, but then you notice it, the bass is missing. Not just a little thin, but actually absent. Like someone hit the mute button on the low end. It's frustrating because you know your system is capable of more, but your sub just can't keep up. The good news. There's a subwoofer that doesn't just fill in the gaps, it redefines what your room can do. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I'm talking about the SVS PB-4000. This isn't some tiny cube that wheezes under pressure. It's a beast with a 13.5-inch driver built to move air, not just vibrate. And with 1,200 watts of continuous power behind it, it doesn't just rumble, it slams. I've seen this thing make walls shake during action scenes, not because it's overpowering, but because it's finally doing what a sub should, delivering clean, deep, authoritative bass that you feel in your chest. One of the things that really stands out is how this sub handles movies. You know those moments in sci-fi or horror where the soundtrack drops into near silence before a sudden, earth-shaking impact? Most subs either can't hit those notes or they distort trying to. The PB-4000 nails it. It starts quiet, stays tight, and then boom it delivers the full force without sounding bloated or muddy. I tested it with Dune and Godzilla and the difference is night and day. You're not just hearing the bass, you're feeling it, like the theater experience at home. But it's not just about loudness. This sub is surprisingly musical. I've used it with jazz, acoustic, and even classical tracks, and it doesn't just add boom, it adds texture. The 13.5-inch driver has enough excursion to hit those low piano notes without sounding like a one-note monster. It's nuanced. It breathes. And with the SVS app, you can fine-tune everything from crossover points to phase alignment right from your phone. No more crawling behind the sub to twist knobs. Adjust it while you're sitting on the couch, tweak it for different movies, and save your settings. It's that simple. Another thing I love. How it integrates with smaller systems. If you've got a modest 5.1 setup but want that cinematic punch, this sub doesn't need a dedicated amp or a rack of processors. It just works. Plug it in, set the crossover, and let it do its thing. I've paired it with bookshelf speakers and a modest receiver, and suddenly my living room sounds like a dedicated home theater. It's not about overpowering your system, it's about completing it. Now, I know what you might be thinking, that sounds huge. Where do I put it? Fair question. The PB-4000 is a tank, literally. It weighs over 100 pounds. But SVS designed it with ported tuning that actually helps with placement. You don't need to bury it in a corner or aim it like a sniper. It's forgiving. I've had it in my living room, in a dedicated AV closet, even in a hallway, and it still sounds great. The cabinet is solid, the finish is gorgeous, that piano gloss black really pops, and it doesn't rattle or buzz even at high volumes. One more thing, the build quality. This isn't some flimsy plastic box with a woofer glued in. Every part feels premium. The driver is overbuilt, the amp is stable, and the heat sinks are serious. It's designed to run cool and clean, even during long sessions. I've had mine on for hours with no distortion, no overheating, just consistent performance. So, what are the downsides? Well, it's big. If you live in a tiny apartment, it might be overkill and a tight squeeze. Also, while it's powerful, it's not wireless. You'll need to run a cable from your receiver or processor. Not a deal breaker, but something to plan for. And yes, it's an investment. But if you care about sound quality, this isn't just another gadget, it's a centerpiece. If you're ready to stop settling for weak, muddy bass and finally hear what your movies and music are supposed to sound like, this is the sub to get. It's not just filling a gap, it's redefining what your system can do. Check it out using the link below, and let me know in the comments what you're using it with. I'd love to hear your setup.